Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. So welcome to the today's video. In this session, we will dive into the advanced techniques for testing the HTTP requests in the Angular using the HTTP testing controller. So we will also cover the advanced request matching and asserting no matches and testing the error handling, including the backend and the network errors also. We'll try to see it. So that means, here in this video what we will try to learn it is, we will learn something like these concepts: using custom predicates for matching the requests and testing scenarios when no requests match, and handling the backend and the network errors. Network errors means, if you don't have an internet connection, so how you will be testing that HTTP request, we'll try to see it. So these are all the things we are trying to do it in Angular 19 standalone components. So let's try to understand the first one. So advanced matching with the predicates. So what is this predicates and all those things? So here the matching and all those things will be done with the expect one method. So what does this expect one method will do? Allows us to match the request based on a custom predicate. Here what is this predicate? The predicate is nothing but a function that takes HTTP request object and returns true if the request matches the criteria. So that's it. So here the expect one method takes the, based on a custom predicate, it will match whether the request what we have did is matching or not. So let's try to see with a simple example. So for this example, what I will try to do is, I will take a component directly, ng-gc http test. Okay, so we will try to take a simple component and we will do it. In this one, I will make a simple HTTP request and we will try to check the scenario how we can able to get it. So let's try to create it. It will take some time. Let it take. So now we have created this one. Let's go to the http test.component.ts file. So it's a very simple thing which I was trying to do. So here http, I will inject the, I will close this one off, inject the http client. Okay, and here let's say that I will be having a simple method send request, and this one will do return this dot http, sorry, this dot http dot post. This time I will try to make the post, and here I will use /API/data. So here I will not consider about this one, and here we will be sending some body. Okay, and I will subscribe to this one. That's it. So this is simple example which I am trying to do it. So this is our send request. And apart from this one, I don't want to write anything. So let's go to the test case scenario. So our main concern is the test case scenario. Let's go to the test case scenario. So here I will remove this entire thing so that we can write from first onwards. So here I will be describing describe HTTP test component. So we are trying to test the test component, and this is our test suite. And in this one, before I will create HTTP test controller. So that is nothing but HTTP testing controller. So this is our controller which is of type HTTP testing controller. Okay, so this is a variable, and we need to get the HTTP client also. So just I am trying to check it, HTTP client. Okay, that's it. So now before each, so here we need to create the testing, what I want to say is test bed. So here HTTP the module we need to create, and here what I will try to do it is, so test bed dot configure testing module, and here in this one we need to pass the object. So here we will be using simple thing, that is nothing but imports. Okay, so what is the imports we need to have? So here I will be using the so what I can do it is, so whichever you want to, you can use it. So here I can use the imports provide HTTP client. Okay, and also the provide HTTP client testing. Okay, so these are the two things which I will be trying to do. And also another one which I want to do it is HTTP test component. Okay, so this one also I need to import it. That's it. So these are the things which I will be importing. Now here what I will try to do, so we need to get the testing controller. Let's try to get the testing controller. So here I will use HTTP testing controller is equal to testbed dot inject of HTTP testing controller. That's it. Okay, so we can also do it in a different way also. So just I am trying to show you. So that's it. So let's try to check this one. So here after each we can use something like after each you can have a scenario that we will use HTTP testing controller dot verify. So we'll use this verify method. That's it. So now let's try to implement our first test case scenario. So here it should match request with a body. So that means the post request should be made. Here I will do like this, and first of all we need to get the component fixture. So for this one what I will try to do, constant fixture is equal to, so you can have testbed dot, so you can also use it in the before each also, that's not a problem. Create component, so the component is nothing but HTTP test component. Okay, and here we need to do fixture dot detect changes. Okay, so now what do I need to do, so here I need to make a request here. So here I need to make a request. So for this one what I can do, so here you can get the component instance, something like component you can get it. Okay, if you want you can get the constant component is equal to fixture dot component instance. So we got the component instance, and here I can call something like component dot send request. Send request. So I am calling the request. So when we call the request, so here we will get the request here. So we are trying to check the request. So here HTTP testing controller dot expect one. So only one request should be made. That too, here we will be adding the predicate function that request dot body is not equal to null. So that is the main thing. So here we are checking that it should contain a body. And also here what we need to do, here we will expect in such a way that request dot method dot to be post. So this one also we need to be checking. And the last one what we can do, it is expect request dot URL. So I can also check the URL also, dot to be or to equal, anything you can write it, /API/data. That's it. So now here I am trying to check in such a way that, and also we need to send the response, right? Request dot flush of, so you can send something like success true. So we need to send the request. You should not forget this one. So here the expect one method uses a predicate to ensure the request contains a body. It validates the request method and also the URL. So we are also validating the request method and also the URL. Finally, it simulates a response with a request.flush. So this is the thing. So here first of all what we have did, we have created a component and we are detecting the changes, so that ng on init constructor and all those things will be called. And here we are getting the component instance and we are calling the method send request, and here we are calling this HTTP controller expert, and we are checking that the request, when this request has been made, so we are checking that the only one request has to be made, and also the request method to be post, and also the request URL will be API data, and we are sending the response. We are simulating the response also. So this is how you will be testing the post data for the HTTP request. So hope you understood about this concept. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.